This is radio. WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Male celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet, we
And
bringing
real extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere. Like. Who we got coming up?
Those shops is upstairs, but we down here by our also, man.
This nigga got hit the wall off the set.
We leave that up to Vito.
They gon' wonder how we still here, still on top. We used to feel here, top 5, punching the clock. Running the field here, feels weird coming around. After they hated, but now we run the town till we stuck in a wheelchair. We all share visions of hope and tell stories with dreams. We get the mixing like we giving you dope. And now we in position weekly, all access, extremities, ENT playing on our axis. Politics, top 40, building community from the X, applying that pressure, promoting unity, royalty, education, love and support. Dope music enough to feed souls, food for thought. This type of loyalty cannot be brought from a city where being real just cannot be taught. Listen in and you just might learn with Mr. You Already Know. Welcome to the return.
Yes, indeed. We are back. Another week of the DJs of the airwaves. DAVON Franklin.
Jose Rivera.
Only on the X-Tremitiez ENT podcast. Thanksgiving edition. That's right. We're giving back to everybody by showing our appreciation and promoting you and giving you worldwide exposure, as well as discussing some real life issues and how you can get referrals to any type of place you need any medical or mental health. We're going to talk about the holiday. We're going to talk about things to look out for and what's going on in the world. Briefly touch on some things. Go back and forth. DAVON Franklin, you already know my brother from another, how we do. He's going to talk about some event he attended. We're going to talk about some stuff where I attended. And then we're going to come together and we're going to wrap the show up with some great entertainment, because that's what we do. We're giving it all for you. The entertainment is worldwide. That's right. Them two guys that so fly up in the sky boats and off of satellites saying hello to an alien, because we even going to talk about how Venus was once just like Earth and what caused that planet to be what it is and how the Earth may be susceptible to that happening. That's why they're talking about putting humans on the moon within the next decade. DAVON.
How they gonna do that?
They've already started, brother. You already know.
There's a little something. There's something a little bit about the atmosphere and the oxygen. You know what I'm saying? When you leave into space, you lose that. So what, they gonna walk around in masks and shit? That can't be fun.
There's a reason why people are being astronauts are now going to be doing the eventual spacewalk this year, because they already have planted what the reason why the moon was quote unquote supposedly off limits for the last 20, 30 years is because they were building already a station there for human life to be able to succeed onto other planets. We just got caught up with a whole bunch of other distractions in life because NASA was supposedly one of the most underfunded projects, right? But guess what? Where do missiles come from? These guys. So these guys barter. And what's been going on behind the public eye is that Elon Musk, along with several other companies, and it's known, it's public knowledge. People are just not paying attention and not reading. When you actually read, you got to pay attention to the wording and the incorporation of companies and how space has been already a project since 1952. And in 63, when they did the big walk, that was just to establish that human beings can be on another planet. Meaning, if we could walk on the moon, then you could walk on another planet. We just got to identify the science and how to get in there, right? And then we figure out the rest, which eventually has happened with Mars. Right. Okay. Last time I went to Florida, the last 2 times, they had lotteries. I thought it was a joke, but this is actual lotteries of people that are choosing to be a part of to live the rest of their lives. And Mars it'll take 17 years to, no, listen, it'll take 17 years, 17 years to get there. Of course, you're going to be in a time capsule where you're sleeping. And there are people signing up their families as much as women freezing their eggs. Okay?
Yeah.
Freezing their eggs so that when they do conceive, they can actually have some process where the child is actually born there.
Do they have a medical facility over there too? That's already waiting for with a doctor waiting to perform the. I mean, what the fuck? Okay,
brother. I could tell you right now, there's so much stuff up in the sky. Whenever you look, I love where I live versus where I was, because so many things that you would think are stars, and you see they're just satellites everywhere. We have messed up this planet so bad. We have messed up this planet so bad with these microchips, right? That we throw up there and they just get larger and they quote unquote expand our intelligence and provide us with information and exchange, right? For data, which we eventually pay for. We pay for TV. Before TV, you just get a tube. When we were kids, you would just get a tube and you have 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, PBS, channel 41, 47. Now, you got to pay to see anything. Okay? You got to pay. And all that is all up there. All the Ted Turners, all the Warners, all the McMahons, all those companies that ran public television back then have become so much of a conglomerate. They rule the minds of the masses. And if you go into a poverty-stricken area, you won't see people like senior citizens able to afford anything outside of a makeshift box that is made according to their income. Right. You know? And this is what we talk about. How people don't understand the reason why we have cell phones is being tracked. If we can be tracked, then what is the limits to what has already been established? We're not being told. Little by little, they tell us, oh, it's going to take like 2 lifetimes. I remember when I was a child, they would say we will never get to go to Mars. We've already have established contact in Mars. So,
But the thing is, on planet Earth, there's places on planet Earth that I wouldn't even want to visit and wouldn't want to be at because there's species and shit that I wouldn't want to come in contact with. You know what I'm saying? At all, at any given time, any time period. So you're taking a big risk going over there to a whole nother planet that you have absolutely no knowledge or any kind of experience with the life, the atmosphere, the terrain, nothing. Like, good luck. I'll say good luck. It sounds good.
It sounds good, right?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Let's go into some more reality stuff that's more down to our timing. Like, people who are doing last minute shopping for Thanksgiving dinner. Right now prices are higher. They're up 26%, bro. 26%. You know what that means? That means that the pockets are hurting so bad that families that usually have a nice sized turkey are not going to be able to have that nice sized turkey. They got to go stand in a line or somewhere to get two turkeys, one that they buy and to get another one just to feed their family. All right. And it's sad because, you know, people are trying their best to do what they do. So what the public is doing is, you know, they teaming up with shelters and they're doing toy drives for children in shelters. All right. So, you know, anyone that's out there and is having a hard time buying, you know, food and stuff and like gifts this year, just know that there are certain toy drives going on in shelters. You know, it doesn't matter if you have a job or not. Don't listen. Go there. Don't hold pride. Right now, shit is messed up in the world, and you know what? Anything you could get, you take and you pass on the blessings. Okay, and you know, let's put the ego aside and let's accept life for what it is, and let's work together to make everybody's life easier. You know, and then we had students from UWS march in a pre-Thanksgiving Day parade, appreciating all the police, all the firemen, all the doormen chanting, showing signs and notes. It's an annual parade that's been lasting for like the last 5 years, and this kids as young as 7, as old as 15, they all go with signs and up and down the street by the precincts, the firehouses, to doormen. They just walk everywhere like crazy kids, and they say, "We love you. Thank you for your appreciation. You put your lives on the line," you know, and I love it. I love it. Bruce Ford was showing them, and these kids were just with bullhorns. And it's great to see a little 9-year-old girl with a 15-year-old kid, and they both like chanting the same thing, saying, "Yeah, we appreciate you. You're important to us, and you're here from another country, and you come here for the dream." And you listen to these kids speaking, and it's like, okay, giving thanks. Shout out to them, right? And you know, just to give some more support, the Salvation Army is cooking up meals for Thanksgiving. So out in Jersey, Connecticut, and here in New York, you know, the Salvation Army is giving out a total of anywhere from 300 to 500 meals. So all the places that actually, you know, are not expected to have anything in churches or whatever, look out for your fellow Salvation Army. There are going to be, each Salvation Army is giving out 300 to 500 meals. All right. And that's New York, Connecticut, and Jersey. So pay attention. And back into Jersey, there was a premature baby who got to go home for the holiday. This baby was born late July. It was an early entrance into the world. It was just 23 weeks old. It was weighing just 1 pound, 2 ounces. It fit in the hand of the doctors like if she was a little puppy. They named her Little Savannah, middle name Hope. And all the nurses and doctors all came together at the Atlantic Care Regional Medical Center and out in Jersey. And now the baby weighs 6 pounds, 2 ounces. So that's cool. That was a great thing for that. But the thing is that the mother of this child actually had another premature child.
Really?
That child is actually excelling as well. So she has a history of having premature children and then showing their strength and dignity. And
right. Okay.
Shows what.
Shout out to them. That's what's up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So back to what we were talking about, the planets, right?
Uh-huh.
So Venus was once a habitable planet. NASA was saying that volcanoes led to a greenhouse effect, right?
Okay.
And that Earth nearly missed the horrific event itself recently, experienced by our sister planet. Because if you know, there was just recent where all the planets were in retrograde. So people don't understand. There was a few tsunamis, and Hawaii was on the verge of erupting. A couple of other like Samoan islands did have volcanoes erupted on, and it was because of the retrograde. And they're saying, had we stayed in that retrograde for more than time expected, eventually it would have happened all over. Like the waters would have gotten higher. the storms that are happening. You see all these freak hurricanes and earthquakes. Mexico for the past 7 years on the same date. I forget what it is. Sometime in September, but it's the same date, the 7th day. I think it's September 7th. Like, I don't know, but you can look it up. It's public knowledge. It has an earthquake on the same date for the last 7 years, and they cannot explain why, and it causes thousands of people to die. These are horrific events that are occurring because of, we are not taking care of the planet, but also this is just the galaxy itself with the planets and the alignments. Like you said earlier, when you was talking about.
It's a phone call.
Oh, we have a phone call?
Yeah, call you live.
Yeah, this big round.
Yo, True. What's going on? And from Maryland, what's going on, big bro?
What's going on with you, man?
It's been a minute.
You already know, man. So how's B-More?
B-More is good, bro. B-More is good, man. Man, everybody good on this side, man. I was just calling, to wish everybody happy holidays and all that, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You already
Likewise to you. Happy holidays, man.
Yo, but
Sure, man.
also, you was just chatting with me earlier about somebody that is gonna possibly be an audition for our show in the future segment. You want to speak a little bit about this person and what they bring in?
Man, yo, it's so crazy because I had took a Uber to go pick up my car, and on his Uber site, he said he was a manager, and he got an 8-year-old artist, bro, and he played a couple of songs for me, and I was like, wow. I automatically said, I gotta link you with my boy Rambo. Like, wow. The artist, when he first started rhyming, I was like, this young cat got it. Like, he wasn't even 16 bars in, and I was like, he got it. And the stuff he was talking about, he's uplifting other kids and letting them know that they can do it. It ain't gotta be the street stuff. They could do it. Okay. And so I don't know if he reached out to you yet, but he said he's gonna reach out to you, man. And I told my boys gonna look out for you, man. Y'all just probably and take it to the next level, bro.
You already know.
I listen. I forget the little dude's name, but I got it. It's in my phone. But yeah, man.
That sounds intriguing, though, for real.
You could tell this dude is meant to do music.
Okay. Looking forward. Hopefully we get in touch, man. Looking forward to that. That sounds pretty. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So actually, I text back because he texted me and I text him back. So he's tuning in right now because I sent them the links and all that.
Okay.
If you get a chance, just tell them to call in so we can speak a little bit about how that artist is going to be on here and representing. So, just spread the love. You already know we giving thanks to everybody. Thank you to Big Rome because Big Rome used to come up here with me, drive me up here to Orange County so we could meet this atmosphere up here. And every time we came up here, something always happened because we always turned the place out. You know what I'm saying? And people always love us where we go. We've been to multiple places, states. I love that brother right there. He's my big bro, and there's nobody in this industry that I would trust more in my life than Big Rome, because he is the bomb show in the streets. You already know. True ringing.
That, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the love, man. Same here, man. Like you always kept it a buck with me, bro, and we always had a good time out. I mean, yeah, we had little hiccups here and there, but that was other people. That wasn't us.
Exactly.
We you know what I'm saying? We always make noise when we went, and it was always love, bro. Real talk, man. I'm glad you still doing your thing. And yeah, bro. I got some artists coming, man. Everybody know D Heaters, but I got other artists coming too, man. We gonna make it right. That's for sure, man. I love you guys, man. Keep doing what you do.
Appreciate you, man. Likewise.
You already know.
All
Salute.
right.
Big Rome. Bomb show.
Already.
True.
True. I'm out.
You already know, man. They've been rocking with us since mi gente.
Yeah.
Already, bro.
We shut that down. All right, so we're gonna get into the weather right now. It's 52 degrees. And tomorrow it's gonna be 41 with a high 51 with a low of 40. Friday it's gonna be raining in the morning, but the afternoon is gonna clear up. It's gonna be a high of only 48 with a low of 45. And then Saturday it's gonna be sunny, a high of 52, a low of 39. Sunday a high of 52, a low of 42. Sunday is gonna be a good day to like go out and do your little brunch, because Monday is gonna be the next day. It's gonna be 50, but after that it's just gonna start decreasing and going down. 50 on Monday, 48 on Tuesday. Wednesday is gonna go back up to 56, but it's gonna be a possible rain or snow. You know, up here it's always raining and snow, but down in the city, I'm just giving y'all what it is in the city. It's always going to be all right with just rain. There's snow in the forecast for you. Thursday 48 and Friday's 44. So you got a medium of about 48.5 and the degree levels, meaning that it's abnormal for this time of year. Right now it should be anywhere from like 25 to 30. But because of the heat and everything that's going on, I'm telling you, because I went to Wisconsin, it was freaking freezing. And a stadium, but crosswind, screaming. I thought I heard. I've been to different states, but I've never heard the wind scream.
Yeah. You're in the North Country right there, boy. Yeah.
Bro, if it wasn't that I was so short and these tall people were blocking the wind for me, I would have been done because I was already ice picked.
They got a lot of mountains out there, right?
Up there, no, it's flat.
It's flat?
Yeah, Green Bay was flat.
Okay.
Milwaukee probably, but we was in Green Bay.
Okay.
And every morning it snowed, and by 10 o'clock the sun came out, but it was freezing. It was good. And the thing is that there are people from Poland, Africa, Australia, Asia, and Russia. So drinking is a norm out there. You understand?
Right.
So I went out there and I had a culture shock. I felt like I was not in the United States. But everybody spoke English, but you could see that these people were like a heavy European or African. There were people from Ethiopia that were driving us around in the lift and showing us like, yo, you go here, go there, go here. We had a lot of extroverts speaking to us. That my boy that I met out there, who took a flight from out here too, we met out there. He was like, you notice everybody out here is telling us their whole lives? And I was like, yo, bro, this is probably their livelihood. You know, this is how they make their money. You know, the waitresses telling us stuff from like their childhood and stuff. We're like, what the hell?
Right.
And, you know, we saw a butt naked lady dancing after the Packer game. And butt naked, no panty bras, and the cops are just letting her dance. And this lasted about a half hour, 25 minutes. And she's dancing. We thought she was on something because it was 11 degrees.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Yeah.
And they said,
I could imagine. Yeah.
so then the next day I'm telling my family this, and I'm like, yo, this is wild out here. And it was
well,
like,
you a Green Bay Packer fan. You be looking in the crowds would be up there with no shirt on and the Packer colors and the bare chested and all that other shit, doing all that crazy shit in the stands.
Yeah, but you never think that you get to actually see the stuff that I saw. Like, you think you see that only on TV. This was happening right in front of me, like stuff that don't happen. And they were like, yo, just be careful you don't get into a crowd that's fighting the other team. And I was like, all right.
Okay.
And we had a lot of people from Tennessee out there, you know what I'm saying? And people were like listening to me, and they were like, yo, where you from? Everybody was like, where you from? I was like, I'm from the Bronx. And they were like, yeah, we here, you cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, damn right I'm cool. What you talking about? And I'm around a bunch of Titan fans. Like, they were trying to intimidate me. I was like, yeah, you crazy? I'm from the Bronx, bro. Yo, I'll take you all on. And everybody's laughing. And, everybody was joking and stuff. But I could sense how you could get hurt out there if you don't stand your ground, And but everything on Lombardi Way and Favre Way, Favre Boulevard and Lombardi Way, there was a bunch of bars and people just running in and showing their ID and just start dancing. They don't even go inside the bar. They just start dancing right outside, just acting crazy because they're already drunk. It's an indoor, outdoor bars. Everybody is cool. Everybody's cool. Nobody was on that fighting nonsense.
Right.
The people at the hotel were just like, yo, just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but just be mindful. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. It was like, you from New York, so you probably pop off. That's what I'm telling you. Relax. Just be easy. I'm like, yeah. As long as nobody put their hands on me, we good. And that was it. Went out there, and we made some new friends. There are people that are telling me that when I'm ready to go back, I got a place to stay.
Nice.
So these are people that just met me on a humble. They're like, you're so good spirit, you're so kind, and all this and that. And I'm like, what? They was like, you're not like other New Yorkers. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I'm from the Bronx. Don't call me a punk. It was like, no, it's just that they're always coming here with this ego. I was like, listen, I'm too old for that. I probably had that at one point in my life, but that's a part of the culture out there because of the hard living that we've had. But this is a different era. People are doing it now, then they just plain old stupid, But I could tell you that I learned from experience, and just being nice gets you more honey than anything else. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, oh, that's so sweet. I was like, that's right, that's honey.
Right.
And break it down to them like that, and people all want to buy you a drink. Everybody wants you to participate, have a good time. Took some videos and pictures around the famous frozen tundra man who got ice on him. A girl that had a similar hat that I had. I had the fedora cheese head. She had a cowgirl hat, but it was a hat.
Right.
We just revived out, and what I liked was outside the stadium when I did the tour. You get to sit in the leather seats, you get to be in the box seats, you get to see the process and see that the people of Green Bay are the ones that run the hotel. They do fundraisers. They actually do fundraisers and sell stocks and seats of the team so that the stadium could get like a new screen or they have proms, weddings. People actually go to this place and it looks really nice. Love the food. The food was awesome, and I recommend it. I'm glad I did it, and I'm deeply appreciative to God for allowing me to get that bucket list off.
Right.
That I've always wanted to do since a child. Just for some reason, I had to go to Wisconsin, but then when I found out that Vince Lombardi actually is from the Bronx, he taught at Fordham and he coached the Giants, but then he went to go be the coach of Green Bay, and he actually won the first 2 Super Bowls, the Ice Bowl and all that, and the history goes on from there, mainly because of the Bronx relation. You know what I'm saying? And that we got. Okay? The Bronx births a lot of greatness. People don't know that. The Bronx births a lot of greatness. We have a lot of rock band members from different rock bands that like are in the Hall of Fame. They're all from the Bronx. We got
you got the Bronx Walk of Fame out there, so you already know, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't have everybody that it should have. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If you ever go to Clinton High School, where's Tulo Parkway, if you ever go to Clinton High School, look at the cement when you're walking on a cement by the entrance of the school. It's going to show you how many actors and presidents attended Clinton High School itself. You have people like Robert Klein, a lot of actors and there, and it shows that the Bronx bred a lot of good children that affected the world politically and in the entertainment field. So whenever it comes to like stuff like the BX, I love to just let it be known that we've been a part of some great moment.
It's true. Very true. Very true.
I don't know if people appreciate what the Bronx has done for the world itself. The Bronx was and still continues to be the gateway to having a melting pot of ethnicity, right? And it's one of the places where you can have the best opportunity with the least. I've seen it. I've seen people come here with nothing, just a suitcase, and get to a point in their life where they're able to be happy and raise a family and all. But no other place in the world you have opportunities like that. We got to give thanks for that. Some of us take for granted what gratitude is. Right now, you and I have this opportunity to be remote on something that many people wish they could do. They don't have that opportunity. You and I are blessed with this gift, and we're blessed to be working with someone who provides us with this blessing. Because Al's the reason why we're doing this. You don't have to let us do this. We show gratitude for that. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the fact that every day we wake up, we're able to call each other. We're able to text each other. We're able to just post and see what we're doing, each other, somehow, some way. You know what I mean? Checking up on each other, just making sure we're all right in some way.
Right.
Instead of just losing contact completely. Because if one person doesn't call, the other person doesn't call, and then the distance begins. That's what usually happens. But now you have social media, so there's no way for you to hide.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people complain, but then look at the benefits. Right. Stop complaining. Let's be grateful. Let's look at the benefits of everything that has a trial and error. We got to see what's the positive outcome of things. At one time, they said the telephone is going to destroy everybody's brain. The telephone has gotten to the point that you and I are using right now to communicate video and voice.
Facts.
Grateful for all that. And when I hear people talk about, they don't understand how they have nothing and others have stuff, that's because they don't find value in themselves. What would you say to someone right now at this time about value in life?
Well, what I say to them about value in life, pertaining to what? Like, what?
So, give me an example from two versions: your military life and as well as your recent, your recent overcoming of something that many don't get to have the same blessing.
I'm trying to get the question. Said value, my value in life, my value of life.
So you just went through something tragic that many people can't go through. You went through a big procedure, right?
Oh no! Yeah. The it wasn't tragic, man. That was a transplant.
I'm saying something. A lot of people during a procedure like that, things don't always go right.
Yeah, that's very, very true. I was blessed to have a great team. You know what I'm saying, over there at the Bronx VA. You know what I'm saying? They informed me, educated me, kept me involved in throughout the process or whatever have you not. So it was pretty cool. Help with the nursing, my lady. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, nursed me back to health and stuff like that. So yeah, that experience in itself, there's still more that I need to do as far as, and I was just talking about that earlier today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like a little hush lipped about that. So, but there's things that I have to do, you know what I'm saying, show my appreciation on that. And but like me, what I would tell an individual about life, you know what I'm saying, and value of life is like, um, first it all depends on what your value systems are and what do you value, you know what I'm saying, in life, you know. So a lot of people are motivated by various different things, you know what I'm saying. Me, I'm motivated by, um, I'm motivated by love, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like it could be harsh truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's all done in love. You know what I'm saying? Even the way I deal with family and friends or whatever have you not, I have a different way of how I actually kind of deal with situations and maintaining my peace. You know what I'm saying? And my tranquility and being able to, maneuver through processes and things that I have to, that I have to go through in everyday life. So, it all depends on what depends on what you value. I could give you, all kinds of information on various different topics and various different things just through life experience, but it's not gonna, one thing, what I'm saying, I don't volunteer advisement, what I'm saying, with individuals because, unless you come and seeking for the knowledge, you're not really, a lot of people ain't really going to obtain that anyway, you know what I'm saying? So in gradual conversations, we may kick it off where we're able to exchange, what I'm saying, ideology and things like that, of that nature, whatever have you not. But, what I'm saying, some people, their path is different. They may not really want your advice and what it is that what your value systems are, unless they come ask you. You know what I'm saying? They see a certain way you carry yourself and how you move, and they want to know, hey, yo, yada 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 yada. So, but
aside from that, I haven't said all that. Aside from that, what are you most grateful for and thankful for?
Oh man, I'm most thankful for life and everything that I've encountered, good, bad, and indifferent, you know what I'm saying, through the years that I've been here, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully I got many more years to go and I can experience a whole lot more pleasures and a lot more different, different things. But I think everything that you go through is a step that leads you to something else. You know what I'm saying? And even the bad things that you go through, you know what I'm saying? There's a lesson to be taught, lesson to be learned. You know what I'm saying? One thing that people in life can ever really do for you is teach you two things: the right way and the wrong way of doing things. And if you're able to pay attention and observe, you learn a lot from individuals, good and bad. So,
Well said, my brother. Well said. And I want to say shout out to Living Life One who joined over on the Extremities ENT fan page. That's my nephew Tito. I'm grateful for him, who I consider to be my son. He just had his second child, and it's great to see that he's doing a phenomenal job being a dad, and he loves what he does, and he does. Uh, I'm grateful for him because I learned more just through. It's like I lived through him, and I'm proud of him, and I want him to know that. And I'm proud to say that I've seen a lot of changes going on in the Bronx from a year ago, where many kids were just scared of going to school and scared to even step into the world. I want to give props to all those children who actually decide to come out and take on the world and not have a fear of coming outside. I'm thankful for them taking the time to explore what is outside of their doors, because we should not be held as mental slaves to our own being, right? So, some people become, having a phobia of going outside because of worldly things. But how do you expect to even experience life if you're always stuck inside, right? So we gotta appreciate things that most other people don't understand, and why they go through the things they do, like their addiction, substance use, alcoholism, their mental health, bipolar, schizophrenia, personality disorder, depression, anxiety. We have to think about deformities physically. You know, um, all these things that we are not experiencing, we don't realize the true blessings we have, right? Because the world really became what the Bible said it was. If you look at the verses and you read the text well, this was all predetermined. If you're a true believer, you know that at the end of days, what's going to happen. But what you do until then, are you going to be a good person, or are you going to be a person that's going to be worldly? Or are you going to be a person that's going to admit and accept and ask for forgiveness, right? Because we got to ask for forgiveness in everything we do every day. We just don't do it. We just don't do it.
Yeah, but there's a little more that goes along with that, because you have to repent and cease from your ways. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people miss that part. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about forgiveness and repentance. It's repentance and cease. You know what I'm saying? Meaning stop what it is that you're repenting. Whatever sin that you're repenting for, you should do your due diligence to stop that sin. You know what I'm saying? Seek deliverance from that sin. So yeah, definitely repentance and asking for forgiveness is definitely part of it. But what's the point? Well, what's the point of asking for forgiveness if you're going to do it again? And then you're going to do it again.
That's exactly what the world is, right there where you said, because that's what makes it go round, right? We all have a vice. We all, and somehow, some way, right? But at the end of it all, it's what we do to ourselves.
No, that little segue is for those who know better. I can't get into the psyche of an individual that is going through whatever their mental element, deterioration, whatever it is. I can't speak for that. I can't speak for them. You know what I'm saying? But for those of us who actually know better, you know what I'm saying, that are capable of mind, sound mind, and body, and able to walk and fulfill all the natural, pleasures and joys of life, that's for them. You know what I'm saying? That's for us.
Thank you so much for saying it that way, my brother. Well said. Appreciate the conversation and how we're talking about how we are thankful to the world and for what we have. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you feel like you want to contact us and talk about how you feel and what you're grateful for, be sure to call in 929-560-9646. The Extremity DNT podcast on our Access Radio, only with my brother from another, DAVON Franklin.
Jose Rivera.
Because this is what we do each and every Wednesday when we go on the air live worldwide. Today, we're focusing on being grateful and thankful. A lot of us don't have the opportunity to be able to sit where we are or do what we do. And we have these blessings that we take for granted. So I like to personally highlight every little thing, because it's the little things that add up. And guess what? Eventually matter most, right? I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, but look how beautiful it looks now because of so many years of work. Egypt doesn't have its beauty because one person did it. It was many people for thousands of years. The Great Wall of China, okay? So many of these wonders of the world took time, but it was a little bit at a time. And as long as we learn how to go back to the basics and noticing that we don't need so much, we don't need to eat like that. We don't need to fly that. We don't need this and that. Now you got all these artists now that are trashing Nike, trashing all these big names, and getting like Kanye and Kyrie. Now everybody's getting on that. Like, you notice that, right? Everybody wants to burn their sneakers and stuff now. Well, okay, go ahead, do that. You shouldn't have been paying $400 for a pair of kicks anyway, stupid. But anyway, you and I know what's going on. But I just like to give a shout out to you, to Big Al, to every other show at our Access Radio. It's a pleasure to always be here. We made a year, and it's something that we just said, yo, let's fucking do it again. And we did it. And, we've already participated in American Cancer Society. We've already participated in the first LGBTQIA event, community event. We've participated in several events politically where our name gets stronger.
Okay.
And people love us. They love what we do on air. They want to come on the show. They're always asking, if they don't see you with me, they always asking, where are you? Which I love. You know what I'm saying? Because they see us. That's what I appreciate.
That's dope. I could dig it, man. I just taking my time trying to get back into the saddle, man. Like the health situation. I went out to Brooklyn. I think it was the Greenpoint section or someplace nearby, to the Timberland shop. They had a performance going on in there with Ghostface, Raekwon. I think the other guy was Capadonna, and this kid IDK was performing. So yeah, the performance was pretty dope, man. The DJs, the vibe was nice or whatever. I just couldn't hang out there long. Didn't have no chairs for me to sit down. So I was like, that's standing up long period of time. Shit, nah, I can't do that just yet. But it was cool. It was, watching them do their thing. They sound very good. You know what I'm saying? It was a great show. You know what I'm saying? Nice vibe. Nice. Everybody was enjoying themselves. I think they had some giveaways going on, throwing some merch, some Timberland merch and whatever. So it was pretty chill.
What's up?
Yeah.
I was out there. See what you said. I was like, yeah, my bro.
Yeah. No, I didn't know what was going on. My man tagged me, you know what I'm saying, to show me the thing or whatever have you not. So it's like, oh shit, okay.
All right.
Out there, check it out. Huh?
Yeah, so people are texting me saying they tapped in. So let's give them the number. Call in 929-560-9646. 929-560-9646. Call in. If you're calling from some part of the country and you want to give a shout out and show your thanks, or you just want to let us know what's going on, and if you're even the person that we're waiting to call all the way from Maryland, hit us up, because we want to talk to you about this artist that Big Rome called in about and was showing love. All right, you already know. So Davon Franklin is talking about, some stuff right now that's quite interesting. So go ahead, bro. Keep talking.
No, it was pretty good, man. Like I said, I wish I could have stayed to watch the whole thing, but yeah, they were bringing back the classics. They gave you the Wu classics. They gave the Raekwon classics. It was pretty. Like I said, it was a it was a live performance. It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I didn't stay out there too long, man. You know, my body was messing with me for a little, you know. So I was like, nah, let me get up out of here and go back home. But it was good to come out there and check it out for a little bit of time that I was out there, though. So it was straight. It was straight.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Juice Plus Jesus. Shout out to Living Life. Both showing love on the X-Tremitiez page right here.
Yes, sir.
Log on to iaccessradio.com on YouTube, 365 Live, Roku, Fire Stick. We are worldwide on any television, Apple TV. Because if you got the capability of seeing and listening, then you can see us, or you could see us and listen to us on all the available phone apps. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, especially 365 Live. I love that as well. You know, we got the Periscope. We got all this kind of stuff here that people don't even understand. Boxcast, you know, other networks don't have as much. They may have just one thing, but it's just not like we, because iAccess has a great extent of, you know, promotional platforms, because there's no limit to what we can do. Every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7:55, you know, X-Tremitiez ENT goes live worldwide. Shout out to my sister Eileen Perez, who actually hooked me up with my current donors, who actually looked me out and actually supported me throughout the years. And it's actually because of my sister Eileen Perez, who hooked me up with this person that has been, you know, noticing my hard work and notice how much X-Tremitiez ENT has done. And I just want to give her a shout out, because if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't be still doing the blessings and taking donations to institutions like hospitals and like shelters. And I think we have some photos of that right now. If Big Al, you could just throw up the photos in the video. We actually went some butterball turkeys.
Okay.
And, you know, my friend actually just like, they don't want no recognition. It was like, this is what we do. We give it to you. You give it to your choice of donation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's of course, it's Royal Waste Services is the company. And I love my brother because his picture's coming. Name is Bubba. David Griffin. The box. He doesn't like to be, you know, shouted out and all, but I believe that people should be acknowledged. And my sister's right. Shout him out. So shout out to Royal Waste Services.
That's dope.
Met the actual owner, and actually he shook my hand and he gave me his business card and he says, "I remember you." And I was like, "What?" And he looked at my face. He says, "You don't remember me? I remember you." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Weren't you something with the Cancer Society?" I was like, "Oh snap!" You remember from a Chamber of Commerce meeting that we had a breakfast in the Throsneck session. This man actually had a good memory. I'm talking about 4 years ago.
Right.
From like a good conversation that we had about 20 minutes. And I was like, wow, this guy he must not drink, smoke, or anything, because he remembered my face. It's not
I forget you have an unforgettable personality, man. You act like you surprised.
Shout out to my sister, Eileen, saying yes, he is a phenomenal individual, because this guy, David Griffin, was just acknowledged by Queens County senators and assemblymen. He built school in the Dominican Republic. He built 14 schools already.
Nice.
Yeah. He works for Royal, and he funds organizations and 501c3s, and he's funded our show when we was at the other station. When I did a block party event, he funded my stage and all that, you know. And he's the type of person that the world needs, and this is why I need to say I'm thankful. I'm thankful for everybody that's actually helped us, because there was a lot of people that said no and never gave us the time of day. You remember those days? We used to go into the clubs, and I used to spend like how much money buying bottles and all this and that, trying to be friends with these people, and they would still shut us down, right? And then when stuff will pop off, they will blame it on us. Come on, bro. How you gonna promise us something and then not come through, and then our people act out because they see how y'all taking us for advantage of us? Not us. It's our people noticing that we're too much of good people and letting y'all get away with it. They handle it. It's not us. So that's what that happened. But then the real people, the true people, they see the good heart in you. They got your back. Yeah. I love you, Eileen. You're this for life. I love you. Thank you for the introduction to a person like David Griffith, Bubba. And your husband who saved my life when we was away on a cruise. I love all you guys. Thank you. I was literally drowning and my husband saved me. All right. And you know, on that same trip, I actually swam to an island from a boat that was about a mile from. Oh, we got a call.
You got a call.
Caller, you live.
How y'all fellas doing tonight?
All right, and yourself? How you?
I'm hanging in there, man. This Bones from Tyson Entertainment down in Baltimore, Maryland, man.
What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
I love what you brothers are talking about. You guys are uplifting, spreading knowledge, and definitely encouraging people who tapping in. So I love your platform. I just got introduced to it today, man. I met Big Rome earlier, giving him a ride, and man, he told me he knew some good people in New York. So I'm excited to tap in with you guys, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. You already know. He was speaking about a great talent that you briefly let him listen to the music and all. Would you like to give us a brief synopsis, and then later on we could set up an actual interview? But just speak a little bit about the artist you let him hear.
Absolutely, man. He go by the name of Lord Zay. That's LORXAY on all platforms. He got a website, www.lordzay.com. He's 8 years old, straight out of Baltimore, Maryland. And he's the light in the rose that grew from the concrete, man.
Okay.
Talent is to say the least. I feel like this kid been here before. You know, he's a motivating factor in a lot of people's lives. He's working on starting a nonprofit organization called Extravagant and Young. He has a clothing brand called Extravagant and Young, which is an acronym for Zay. And man, he's dedicated to his craft and motivating children to know that you don't have to portray a certain image or look a certain way in order to succeed and chase your dreams. You understand? Yes, his music is I would say like an 8-year-old Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much an 8-year-old can say, but he motivates and uplifts and teach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's inspiring to see, man. I really want other children and even some adults, man, to get wind of this kid so they can understand that it's possible and we don't have to keep promoting the same things that's tearing our communities down. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So well, it's clear that there are the youth is still out there with some inspiration and motivation for the world, because, you know, recently, due to issues like the pandemic and everything else that's going on, you know, in the world, the youth isn't really showing any initiative towards any positive way. So when, you know, we have someone like yourself introducing someone that it'll be a great honor to have on our show, we appreciate that. And since today we're speaking about, you know, being thankful and grateful, before this even happens, we want to say we're grateful and thankful for you to even call us and consider our platform to be provided to your artists.
Man, listen, I'm grateful for you guys to even have the platform. You know, I say God works in mysterious ways, and it's not a coincidence that this connection was made how it was made. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful for you guys and you brothers setting the example and creating a platform for myself and my artists and those around the world to express themselves and spread inspiration and motivation as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, no doubt, man.
All right. So let everybody know once again what's the artist's name and what's your name and how they can contact you.
Okay, you can follow me at TYSO_ENT on Instagram. You can follow Lord Zay on all social media at Lord Zay, LORYXA. I'm sorry, XAYXAY. Also subscribe to his website and his YouTube, www.lorxayxay.com, and be the first to find out when new merch is dropping, new music is dropping, and what we're doing in the communities to make a difference.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we're looking forward to hearing some music and actually meeting those Zay though. So definitely set that up and bring you back on.
Absolutely. I'll keep in contact with you. We'll set the interview up and we'll make it happen.
All right, sound like a plan.
Yes, sir.
Right. Stay blessed and happy Thanksgiving.
Have a great holiday.
You too.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right, Davon. There we go. We just how God works in mysterious ways, like it said. Big Rome just set that up, and he called in and then followed up, and now we have a great blessing that's soon to be on motivation. The youth. That's what we all about.
I'm definitely intrigued. He said 8 years old. I want to hear what he's talking about. So
yeah, man. I'm anticipating the vocabulary and the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, life, huh? We travel, we go on a journey. Then we see places like Buffalo end up a 50-foot snow.
Yeah.
They had to take the game and put it all the way in Detroit, and they're going back to Detroit because the snow has yet to be cleared in Buffalo. That was freaking, you know. And it's been about over 36 years that hadn't happened. That amount of snow. Yeah.
Hey, shit. That's Buffalo, man. Shit. Well, it's way up north, man. We get blanketed down here, so yeah. I ain't surprised.
Shout out to Benny the Butcher.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go to a short commercial break. Let everybody know the appreciation we have for artists, and then we'll come back and then take some more calls, and then go back and then show our love, because this is what we do. Only on the X-Tremitiez ENT talk show. Only with the DJs of the airways, the greatest brothers in the world, Davon Franklin
and Jose Rivera
and Big Al. Only on the X-Tremitiez ENT podcast on our Access Radio. Let's go.
Yeah. I got on this for no particular reason. And the business is important, but every now and then you gotta catch wreck for sport. Hip hop is a contact sport. So we're gonna show you why King did. Y'all ready? They tryna talk brick money, I'm at a 9 to 5. Coolest cat alive, the 9 took about 9 lives. King of the jungle, I walk around with a lion's pride. 45, Jordan in his prime, how they iron God. Double nickel at the garden when that iron fly. Come and take a walk on my city, homie, come try slide. I reside where niggas get hit for trying to copy shot. Tough guy, you looking for the smoke, nigga try and die. Love is a luxury that I can't afford, and hate is expression of what I can't ignore. Most niggas express the pain when they ain't involved. I'm accelerating in every lane where they falling short. One-man army, I'm the shooter. Muscle for hire like Lex Luger. Super man of steel, ball heads like Lex Luthor. Screaming fuck ops out the backseat of the Uber. Ignorant, black tie fair when it's penmanship. Trying to find a way to get away before they end the shit. My homie did a bid and he maintained his innocence. All we want is survival, all they want is us in the shit. Snapping every single arena without the benefits. We mad while a white man laughing at how the tension sit. My spiritual awakening is different this time around. I got no time to clown, I need compensation for sentences. Income passive, net worth massive. King talk, Prince and MJ, masters. 2 cans slick like oil. This caster. Friendly might make you a ghost. This Casper, there's a reason why she called me the GOAT. Just ask her, it's my time. Fuck who's next and who's after. Step now, catch 16, attach ladders. God tier, chew through mics, they just rappers. They stepping on the scene versus the Elohim. They just wanna be seen, so let's make a scene. Movie in the making, let's box, go get your Vaseline. Call me Mike Tyson at prime time, this my regime. Charlie Sheen winning in this bitch now. I'm a stand up nigga, go ahead and sit down. Timid in my youth, but I'm really with the shits now. Put you on your ass, I don't even need a big crowd. Born told me I lack the killer instinct, but when I rap it's just in. No Timberlands, how I'm in sync. Such a different type of vibe when I cut the cord. Full court pressure, nigga, and fuck the score. Dot boy up 10,000, homie, come see the show. Nigga, we really made it cool for you to be a hoe. Niggas copy my motives and wait for me to go. Get a verse and hold it for years, waiting for me to blow. Fuck it though, call me the sacrifice. God-like, all you get is the passion coming after the death of Christ. Active life, cooking on instruments, we can add the spice. Foreign in the left lane, speeding off with the loaded dice. I'm betting on me if you get the picture. If not, get cropped, head taps. I'm such a real nigga. I'm in the field, nigga. Don't even feel spitters. This ain't for media, it's just so I can heal with ya. 5 of your mates, I ain't really trying to deal with ya. $1 million worth of game in a still picture. Blow a band on a stripper and pop more wet so we can celebrate life, and I'm a still tipper. They counted me out, I held my head high. Polo button up with the necktie. Real nigga vibe from the city with the best eye. NY, BX, Barrel Thorough, the rest try.
Way to the top, can't focus on the bottom. Before I was trapping, I was jugging and robbing. Seeing my juice in the cup, the shit that made me heartless. I gotta go hard, gotta finish what I started. On go, a nigga ain't stopping. I'm in the trap going hard, trying to make some profit. Oh no, he done got his block spin. Keep that thing on me for a nigga with no nonsense. I didn't throw my hand, I played the cards I was dealt. Yeah, when I lost my nigga, if I was losing myself. Yeah, never thought I'd love again. Put my trust in you, I never thought I'd put my feelings in. Stuck up in the streets, I'm trying to cover up these loose ends. You got me asking God to forgive me for all my dirty sins. Niggas say they from the bottom, but they don't even know what the struggle is. Niggas scream loyalty, but they don't even know what the fuck it is. Feel like I got some issues, long little scooter, I swear to God that I miss you. Stuck up in this jungle, I'm just trying to find my way through. Got a nigga species, but there's so much I wanna say to you. On my way to the top, can't focus on the bottom. Before I was trapping, I was jugging and robbing. Seeing my juice in the cup, the shit that made me heartless. I gotta go hard, gotta finish what I started. On go, a nigga ain't stopping. I'm in the trap going hard, trying to make some profit. Oh no, he done got his block spin. Keep that thing on me for a nigga with no nonsense.
They having dreams of having riches and white picket fences. See all my kids smile, feel like I'm at the dentist. Now I'm on top, I'm going higher than I ever could. Gonna have them screaming sunny world up in every hood. Oh no, they let them boys in. Used to steal from the dollar store, I couldn't afford it. Now they keep that Glock on me, my nigga, when I'm recording. Got them yelling out my lyrics, I ain't even touring. Went from sleeping on the floor, making palace, to a king size, a broken home to a palace. I ain't running from the nigga, cause you know that I got it. Big Glock, turn that boy hard body to a salad.
On my way to the top, can't focus on the bottom. Before I was trapping, I was jugging and robbing. Seeing my juice in the cup, the shit that made me heartless. I gotta go hard, gotta finish what I started. On go, a nigga ain't stopping. I'm in the trap going hard, trying to make some profit. Oh no, he done got his block spin. Keep that thing on me for a nigga with no nonsense.
X-Tremitiez, where you at? Edward, I know that.
I've been going to therapy, trying to heal myself. Got me crying to the Lord, I need divine help. Giving all that I got till there's none left. Yeah, they judge you from your past, they don't see nothing else. They outside looking in from the ground floor. Telling lies, painting pictures, but only God knows. Got me praying at the door before the devil shows. I know he answered prayers, that's why I'm thankful. They be coming back to back, they got me on the ropes. Sometimes I feel like giving up, I'm on my last hope. Look my kids in the eyes, all I see is hope. Get my foot on the line, get ready, set, go. They say I'm running the race, feel like I'm running the place. Everybody wanna eat, but ain't bringing the plate. Mama keep asking me when you coming to church. Too many services, crying with my dog in the church.
Hey, know the fuck it is. EQ, who run it? Who run it? Yo, just get me a blizzy or something. It's about to get litty, no frontin'. EQ been running up all of these checks, chasing these bands, racing through all of these hundreds. See me, I'm swerving the humps. I'm eating good, many honors. Nick Cannon the way I be drumming. EQ say stunting, curving your bitch like it's nothing. See me, I'm swerving the foreign. EQ not boring, I'm flying designer. EQ always acting real proper. Your ex nigga still in the Honda. My goonies stay towing them choppers, make them removes or run up and pop ya. See me, I'm dressed up in Prada. Never been a fan of the drama. Who you think you ahead of, not us? The fam's in this bitch and we know we the shiv. Yo, bitch pulling up, you know I gotta do her. Pass it to the bros like I'm passing the sick. Look at my neck and you know it's like 6. Bro with the flu, his flow's too sick. Saucy my walk, just look at the drip. Bunches got the pole, he let it go quick. Bitches like what now? Niggas like what how? Like you supposed to stay down or something? Scoring these touchdowns, look at these buzz down. Call me the king like I'm Braun or something. Pull up in the lamb or something. Shoot the glizzy till the jam or something. Dance on your bitch like I'm Cameron son. She said she got 6 friends or something. Said they give her neck in the bands no front. Even they smoking the grams or something. Put them in the coffin, little nigga not walking. Time to call the mans or something. Who running? Who running? Let me get it back. And they know me for shitting on everybody. EQ, I'm the one you stay hearing about. All I gotta make is one call of Brodies. Like 5-0, they come through and air it out. Got boy going crazy on 40s. On the block, Felly got 30. Got the good gas for a 20. Then I skied off in a hurry. And my sniper, he shoot it like Curry. EQ, I'm hitting the race. Rockin' V-Lone in a Wraith. They calling me Kika the Great. I'm all about headlines. What is the deadline? EQ, I'm breaking the rules. I got me some triplets, got me some twinsies. Who I'ma pick on no clue. My road been bustin', I'll just stay clutching. Bro be like, shoot, I'm like who? EQ, I always been bull. VV's always been a pool. All fight all up on the sneaks. So I guess that means I'm bougie. If you see shorties at the O, those are all EQ groupies. And they naked in the koozies. My goonies stay towing them Uzis. EQ, I'm going up the perkies. I love it when bitches give slurpees. All I smoke is gas, you know my numbers hitting. We lifted. EQ one of a kind, you know the kid is different. I'm different. Niggas hating on me, but it's cool. Guess I got rich too soon. Guess I got rich too soon. Yeah. Guess I got rich too soon. Hey, EQ. Who run it? The fams. Who run it? The fams. Who run it? Man, you know who run it. The fams.
Hold on. Yes, sir. You know the vibes. It's your favorite Bronx nigga, man. EQ. Hey, hey. Dressing all black like a ninja. With the smoke, Lord knows I'm a sinner. All this lean quarter body on my liver. I'm a hot-head, cold-blooded killer. Real street nigga in the hood with my white tee. When it come to beef,
yeah. Keep playing like he don't got the Yo, what's good, y'all? If I call my steppers, they gon' step. They gon' step, nigga. You was playing checkers, this is chess. This is chess, nigga. I was even blessed when I was stressed. I feel blessed, nigga. Even in the east, I thought the west. They know I'm way too clean, I'm fresh to death. My son said he would show me how to cook like he a chef. But I just told him, nah homie, I'm good because I'm next. And I came with my dogs and all my niggas vets. I told her bring a friend, baby, you could bring a guest. A lot of niggas hating, I told him say it with your chest. My bro, he caught some cases, the lawyer put him on the bed. I ain't dissing any ops, I ain't smoking on the dead. I was stacking up instead. They call me Mr. Zen, I'm in my bag, I'm in my duff. I used to want the fame now, I just want some money. My niggas geek, they go insane now. If it's about that money, so I got the spot jumping like. If I call my steppers, they gon' step. They gon' step, nigga. You was playing checkers, this is chess. This is chess, nigga. I was even blessed when I was stressed. I feel blessed, nigga. Even in the east, I throw the west.
Perfect.
There's no mistakes about it. We moving way too solid. Go make a play, don't even post about it. They gangsta on 1,000. I used to want some thousands, but now my lifestyle freestyling, so I need some M's. How he the calmest nigga wildin', chillin' in the trench. How I'm starting over niggas, I was on the bench. How they copying my shit and then they getting pressed. I'm just trying to get a chip, we ball like fuck the ref. If he the GOAT and he the GOAT, then really who the best? No DJ Khaled if they asking.
Yo no sé ni cómo actuar si yo te vuelvo a ver. Me enamoraste inmensamente y no sé qué pensar.
No sé ni qué pensar.
Andar contigo y recorrer, besándonos sin miedo en la tempestad. No sé qué me ha pasado, quiero saber. Quiero una noche nada más. Es amar y ahora vernos escondida en cualquier destino para mí ya es normal. Contigo aprendí que yo a tu lado las cosas son tan diferentes. Mi media mitad queda comprobado que nada nos pasa por suerte, no. Mi mano derecha Cupido, tu corazón flecha me cumplimos. Primera etapa somos amigos y ahora te persigo y solo te pido que quiero una noche nada más. 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 Quiero una noche. Dime cómo hacer contigo si no te olvido. Y cada noche te espero. Vivo como niño escondido. He perdido amigos por culpa de este desespero. Me dicen que el que sabe amar en silencio también sabe extrañar. No sé si esta locura me pasan por necio, pero me llena con hablar. Mi mano derecha Cupido, tu corazón flecha me cumplimos. Primera etapa somos amigos y ahora te persigo y solo te pido que quiero una noche nada más. 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 Quiero una noche.
Damas y caballeros, otra sección resumida de parte de Juan, que la diferencia. Y estaba en colaboración con X, We Love Music, Stereo Shine Entertainment, Team Monkey Entertainment.
Creo que quiero sorprender a la novia mía con algo bonito. Más o menos por qué. Todavía no sé.
Acompáñame a llegar hasta el cielo, a sentarnos en una nube a conversar, que cada rayo de sol alumbre tu mirar para ver en tus ojos eso que me hace volar, oh, wow. Dame un pedacito de amor, colócalo en mi alma. Ven y llena este vacío, por favor. Un pedacito de amor, devuélveme las alas y caminemos de la mano junto a Dios.
pedacito de amor, devuélveme las alas y caminemos de la mano junto a Dios. Oh, oh. Nada de esto es igual. ¿Cómo hacer para vivir con este amor terrenal? Yo sigo loco esperando, tú solo dime hasta cuándo. Seguiré buscándote, acompáñame a llegar hasta el cielo. Dame un pedacito de amor, colócalo en mi alma. Ven y llena este vacío, por favor. Un pedacito de amor, devuélveme las alas y caminemos de la mano junto a Dios. Oh, 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 oh. Juan, que la diferencia tú sabes. A&X al cover. Sun Entertainment, oh yes, Team Monkey Entertainment, man.
Activos. Sandy C, la nena del flow.
Stalin B, ya tú sabes, tu muñequito baby.
Ella es mala, mala.
Ella mató a Cupido, le dijo vete de aquí mal nacido. Su corazón lo tiene bien frío, de luto lo tiene vestido.
Esa nena demasiado mala, si le hablé de amor te jode pana. Solo le gusta la mamá Juana, vacaciones le gusta ir a las Bahamas.
Una nena demasiado mala, si me hablas de amor te jodes pana. Solo me gusta la mamá Juana, vacaciones solo en las Bahamas.
No le gustan los intensos, dice que no pierde el tiempo. Tiene más de 1000 directos, más de uno le pide el pack.
Ay mira, cómo me mandan los textos, calentando el Instagram, calentando el Instagram.
Esa nena demasiado mala, mala, si le hablé de amor te jode pana, pana. Solo le gusta la mamá Juana, Juana, vacaciones solo a las Bahamas.
Una nena demasiado mala, si me hablas de amor te jodes pana. Solo me gusta la mamá Juana, vacaciones solo en las Bahamas. Mi sentimiento los volvió efectivo, por más que tiran no cualquiera está conmigo. Tengo un flow adictivo, me causa placer todo lo prohibido.
Ay mira, cómo le manda los textos, y conmigo ella está, y conmigo ella está. Esa nena demasiado mala, mala, si le hablé de amor te jode pana, pana. Solo le gusta la mamá Juana, Juana, vacaciones solo a las Bahamas.
Colombia. Una nena demasiado mala, si me hablas de amor te jodes pana.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live worldwide. The X-Tremitiez ENT podcast on our Access Radio. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give a big shout out to my family that's been tuning in right now. Eileen, Tanya, Edgar. We got a few people in the chat that's been showing love and talking about actually shooting the video of Wonky La Diferencia in DR. They went out there. That's right. My sister Eileen went out to DR. If you like, give a call and talk about this season and everything that we've done. We're long work with Bubba and the stuff we've done over the years. That's right, Eileen. If you can, just call in and let everybody know what's going on and how everything came into fruition. And what's going on, Omar, my brother. That's right. Good luck on the Turkey game tomorrow, Union City. My brother from high school. We played high school football together. I actually freaking let my team down twice, man. I left the first time basketball, the second time football because of the street life. but I got to give back, and now I make kids' lives deter a life of crime and go straight for their opportunities. So I live my life through them. But it's my experiences like Omar, Pete, and Freddie, Jose Crespo, and many others, Africa, Gorilla, all these guys, Gil, all these guys. I love you guys, man. I love you too, Omar. These guys took me into their home, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was fresh out the Bronx, and then I got sent away to Florida, and then I got sent back to Jersey, and these guys had my back. You know what I'm saying? They knew me. They put me down with the basketball team, and then they got me down with the football team. That's true. That's true brotherhood, and they still love me to this day, and I love them for the rest of my life. Rest in peace to one of our fallen, Joey, who Omar is taking on the tradition of playing the annual football games for Joey, and he had the Garrett disease, if I'm correct, and I love you, and I love Crip. I love everybody. I love everybody out there. I appreciate and thankful to God that I actually got the opportunity to leave the Bronx and go live in Union City for a while and meet a different side. It's because of these guys that I learned how to speak Spanish. It's because of Omar, Peter, Africa, Bill, because I used to speak like stupid New Yorican Spanish. Like, I grew up in a hood. I grew up black. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Spanish. Please get the hell out of me. You Spanish. I ain't know one word of Spanish. It's because when I met with these guys, I learned how to speak Spanish. Them and Colombians. That's how I started speaking Spanish. Now I speak Spanish fluent as I got older, but and Italian. But I learned both those languages. Italian. I took Italian class in Union City High School, which was now Union City High School. It was Emerson back then. Learn Italian and Spanish, and it's learning from these guys, playing football with them, and going to football camps and joking around, and it was great. So I'm thankful for God for Omar Castillo, Peter Mendez, Freddie, his brother, Cesar Gonzalez, Coach Nardone, Bruce Nazamento, his brother. Let these guys know I love them, Omar. Please let them know that I apologize for not being able to make any of the events and all. It's just, I just appreciate you guys 110%. I love you. All right. Hey, Tanya, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, man.
Right. Go to call in 929-960-9646, 929-560-9646. Call in. Give your thanks. Give your gratitude. Let the world know who you want to speak to, who you want to say you love. You know what I'm saying? Who you want to say you're thankful, you're grateful. You have the platform here. We allow you to have the platform to speak your mind. All Real Talk Radio. Show your true emotion. 929-560-9646. That's right. If you're an artist, you want to promote your music. If you're someone that wants to promote your organization, as long as everything is positive. That's all we're promoting is positivity here, because, we got to be thankful for every day we wake up above ground, and we're able to walk and articulate and be able to see and touch and exchange information, things that many people take for granted, or we should be grateful for. The ability to speak, to communicate, 10 toes, 10 fingers, 2 limbs to walk on, and 4 to touch with. It's amazing. People don't know the deformities. People don't understand that some people have disabilities, colorblind, and you will never know it because they'll be too ashamed to say it until they go for like an eye test or whatever. They try to tell me I was colorblind. When I went to go to Fort Hamilton, I was saying it's orange. She was like, that's red. I said, it's orange. She said, you're colorblind. I was like, all right, whatever you say. Wow. This is what happens, but life it has its abilities and disabilities, and you gotta be grateful for everything in life. Remember that. Be grateful. Be grateful. So if anybody like to call in and show love and support, 929-560-9646. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Call in. Tanya, Eileen, Edgar, anybody else that like to call in. That's right. Show your love, because we're here to show love and support to each and every one of you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We want you to call in and let everybody know that you are appreciated. 560-9646. Eileen, Tanya, Edgar, anybody, just call in and talk about how, life and experiences and what you're thankful for. I'm thankful for the opportunity to wake up every day and communicate. I'm thankful to be here right now with DAVON. We're in two separate parts. He's in the Bronx County. I'm in Orange County. And we're here to communicate and remotely, and we're given that ability. And anybody else that like to chime in from around the world, you're given that gift. We have the possibilities to do anything that are endless.
Well, while we waiting on them to chime in on that topic, I want to delve in this little question right quick. What would you what's the greatest album? What's the greatest album of all time in your opinion? Or what would you say? What's your favorite album of all time?
See, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? You can't do that. You can't ask that and then set me on that and then throw me off with that. You can't. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Well,
I'm gonna try to answer both. My favorite album.
Yeah.
Ready to Die.
Ready to Die. Out of all genres. This is an any genre question.
Oh, any genre.
Yeah, any genre. It doesn't have to be hip hop.
So you got me there. I would have to go sometime old school with KRS-One.
Okay.
If not KRS-One, it would have to be Kool G Rap. Damn, DAVON.
I mean, no. I was like, just curious.
The greatest album of all time is clearly Michael Jackson album. There's no comparison because he held that throne for many years, decades. The greatest album that was ever created was by Michael Jackson. That's according to
for
statistical sales and the time of the videography and you remember Thriller and Billie Jean and all that and that when Michael Jackson happened, that was something that the world was not ready for. Thanks, man. That's something that the world wasn't ready for, and everywhere he was the first person that actually went to different continents and got attacked by love, not by hate, by love. So many people used to die. They used to freaking just faint at his concerts, and they're like 1,500 feet away, and they're just falling to their knees, crying, saying, "Oh my God, he's the second coming!" Like Jesus Christ, who does that?
Yeah,
he's the first artist to ever have people get so emotional and in tune with themselves and appreciate that they can actually have this feeling outside of a church. There were people having like that Holy Spirit shake on them. Like Michael Jackson had this effect. So do you understand when he got the accusations and all that? Do you understand how that shook the world because of so much good he's put out?
Absolutely.
So that hurts. That hurts. That doesn't hurt us. It hurts the entire world. Because when they made a song called, and I will never forget this song because this is exactly where the most traumatic parts of my life and my childhood was when I was 5 years old. There was a song that came out called We Are the World. Okay. And there was a man called Billy Joe who's still alive, and he's still doing a Madison Square Garden tour where he's trying to hit his 100th show. And I want to catch it, bro. I really want to catch it, man. Right. Really, man, because he's written some great music throughout history. Yeah. And Michael Jackson co-wrote a lot of the music with him, along with Prince. People don't know Billy Joe is that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I give you all a strong fact on that Michael Jackson situation?
Yes,
That
sir.
Thriller album is the biggest selling album ever in the world. 66 million copies. He outsold the Beatles, Elvis, you name it. There's nobody has been able to reach that height. And this man is not even here anymore. And he's still a top selling artist ever.
Right.
And that's just one album. We don't want to talk about the other ones. And they're up in the 30 million cell, 40 million cell type range.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for that fact check, Big Al. You see, that's why I told you, Davon, you can't do that to me. You can't ask me something that it's not fair. Because I'll be honest with you, my favorite is gonna be KRS-One because KRS-One made me appreciate the enunciation of hip hop. The enunciation of hip hop.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there was a certain stigma on the way we speak from the Bronx.
Right. Yeah.
And the way hip hop was. And since we were the first already doing stuff, Queens was coming at us and talking about we were stupid. This is where the teacher took out the pen and pad. And he said, take it to school. And he killed them with criminal minded, right?
Right.
And he hit him with the bridge is over. It crushed everything. That's what made Mobb Deep upset, right? MC Shan went down, but then, when he started getting real political with black cop, oh my God,
Right.
hip hop went to a whole different route where he created an offspring for people like Common, Pharoah Monch, what's the actor's name? Jesus Christ. Pharrell? No. Say it again.
Most Def.
Most Def. Yes, thank you. This is something that KRS-One actually birthed because before that, it was all about anti-Jerry curls, tight clothes. Remember, hip hop at that time was tough dudes. You remember?
Right.
KRS-One incorporated the intellect into it, which is awesome because the only other person that was doing that was really a storyteller by the name of Slick Rick, right? And Dougie Fresh, good storytellers, right? But then when it came to the gangster stuff, we already knew who had that on Smash, And this is what the guys with the big rope chains and coming out. And then you had LL Cool J come out and made toughness be sexy, which was odd. How could you make tough be sexy? And then he said his mama told him to knock you out.
Right.
I blame that a lot on NWA because NWA was killing the scene and LL Cool J had to represent for Queens. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when Nas came out later on and blew up the scene. Did you know that I was watching the Instagram the other day? There was a known fact that MC Search, who is actually big in Queens and helped out a lot with Nas's career. Did you know that the whole battle that everybody thinks Jay-Z outlasted Nas because he's a billionaire? Do you know that there was a fact check that MC Search said right in the barbershop where they had the conversations on Instagram? He said, people say that Jay-Z likes to tell people that he owns the masters to dead presidents. I'm out for presidents to represent me. Remember he used his voice and all that?
Yeah.
They don't know that Nas actually owns all of those masters. So Jay-Z doesn't even get percentage. All that goes right back to Nas quiet. MC Search hooked up Nas in so many ways that when he was the first artist to actually be independent, before independent was even heard of. He made Nas independent. So Nas has been rich since day one. But he doesn't get the respect. Although his music is timeless. And I'm grateful for experiencing the era of KRS-One going into Nas, because that's exactly where New York music went, right? And then after that came Jay-Z on the low. People don't know that Jay-Z been out since 87.
Yeah.
He's been out since 87. If you listen to a few songs, what was that girls group? I forgot. It was an R&B group that he did a remix on. It was like in 87, 88. And if anybody's out there researching the first remix that Jay-Z jumped on, he spit like he was Jazzo. He was spitting mad fast because he used to hang out with Jazzo. And these guys been in the game for so long. It's just that the money and investment and time they put in is what blew them up. All
Yeah,
right.
there was a song out there with Jazzo and Jay-Z. The name of it was Hawaiian Sophie.
Yes. There you go. See? So, these guys been out, and if you don't pay attention, you won't see the growth of music and how politics played a lot into it and who bought into it and not in the entertainment field. So people think that Jay-Z just came out of left field and took over the game. No, he's been in this since the 80s. We're now in 2020. If he didn't get somewhere by this point, then he did something wrong. So he's right where he should be, if that makes sense. Statistically speaking, if he did good business, he is where he's supposed to. Just like Ice Cube. People don't give Ice Cube the respect that he deserves. Ice Cube is a freaking quiet billionaire. A quiet billionaire. He'll play like a millionaire, but he's a quiet billionaire. The guy owns movie. He owns his own movie production. He's done over 50 films. The greatest film ever that changed history for the hood was Boys in the Hood. All right. The whole spectacle of gang stuff just like went crazy off of that. And what he did with NWA. I'm thankful to experience all that. And then to see how Biggie brought it back. And then Wu-Tang Clan. Shout out to Wu-Tang Clan still to this day, where you went to the event where you said who you saw there?
It's a Ghostface, Raekwon, and Capadonna.
Capadonna. Yeah. That's what's up, brother. And what the energy was good. It was tough.
No, the energy was good. Energy was good. Everybody was in there vibing and enjoying the music, man. That's the kind of energy that you actually wanted. So it was cool.
Exactly. I love the way you provided the world with your video. I like the coloring they had, the lighting.
It was definitely cool. Definitely a little, nice little function. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It looked like it was a nice ambiance for the event.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? But back to the album thing, my the greatest album of all time, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a Michael Jackson fan. I grew up as a Michael Jackson fanatic, but the greatest albums of all time to me is a toss up between, Marvin Gaye's What's Going On and Stevie Wonder's Innervisions. You know what I'm saying? For pretty much the same not the same reasons. It's like the same messages, but different reasons. Like with Marvin, the harmonization, both of them, the sequencing, you know what I'm saying, the lineup of the records, you know what I'm saying, the message behind the songs. In Marvin's case, the harmonies mixed with the groove, you know what I'm saying? It's never been another album like that before or since, you know what I'm saying? A lot of duplication, a lot of tries, but and my favorite album actually comes from another Marvin Gaye stash pod, Here My Dear, where he was talking about, the situation going on with his marriage and divorce, you know what I'm saying, to his wife at the particular time. You get a chance to hear the variations of the joys and the pains of what he was going through that time. I think that was a classic masterpiece of an album that I've ever heard from anybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but the opinions differ. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, non-genre. You know what I'm saying? I favor R&B more than hip hop. I love hip hop.
I stick with the Michael Jackson, but I will change. I will change, and I'm gonna smack myself in the forehead for this, because if you go into my phone right now, whenever I plug in my car, I only have the Marvin Gaye hits. So I don't even know why I said KRS-One. I said KRS-One because of hip hop. Like you said it. That's why I appreciate it when you said all genres. Stupid. I'm just so stupid that all I had to do was just look at my playlist.
It's no right or wrong answer, because there's a lot of great artists in various genres that, you know what I'm saying, you can say their album is in contention of being the greatest of all time. I mean, there's pretty, like, I think, well, a lot of people would say Sgt. Pepper's. I think Rubber Soul was the best Beatles album, but, you know, others may differ. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Other Beatles fans may differ. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it all depends on, you know.
And just to touch on albums, did you know that if you take the two albums of two artists, of Nas and Jay-Z, and you compare the first album all the way to the 8th album, it all spells a whole acronym, a whole sentence. In my lifetime, what is it? In my lifetime, and then the next album, Reasonable Doubt, all the way through. It was a whole plan. It was a whole plan. They planned it the whole way ahead of time, just like the movie Paid in Full. If
you listen to that song Strictly for the Fam that they put on a Mills album with Bean Siegel, Jay, and Memphis Bleak, he basically said it and illustrated in the song. Like, if you really listen to the song, he illustrated what the plan and the operation, what he was actually going to do, and that's.
So there's a movie that Jay-Z did with Dame Dash and everybody, and everyone was in it that was down with Dipset, The Rock, and all, and it shows that they tricked the whole industry. And this was a movie that came out about 10 years ago. It was about The Rock with Kanye and everybody, and then everybody breaks up and goes their own ways, and then they all make their own money and become their own entrepreneurs and get paid and all this and that. Because this was the plan from the get-go, from the family tree. This is how you're going to branch out in this timeline. The only one that messed up their whole timeline was an artist called 50 Cent. But Jay-Z came back from a meeting and told Petey Pablo and all of them, Petey Crack, all of them, everybody from the Rock, yo, y'all better hurry up, because there's a guy called 50 Cent. He's coming, and he's going to rock the game for like the next 5 to 10 years if y'all don't get on your shit. And he's coming because he's getting backed by Dre and M. If y'all don't get on, and they didn't listen, and the only ones that survived were basically who? The guys that are winning.
Exactly. Jay-Z and Kanye.
Also responsible for,
but you also had to realize Kanye was going to survive regardless, because he's not only is he a rapper, he's a producer. You know what I'm saying? So even if the rap shit, you know, didn't work for him, which it did, you know what I'm saying? He was going to make it with the production regardless.
And he's also directing videos. He was directing Jim Jones and Jay-Z videos before he was even doing the rapping. He was doing the production, then he was doing the videos, and then they have so many sets that Jay-Z and Dame Dash still get paid for, even though they don't speak to each other. But because contractually they're tracked, they're still getting their royalties. So little history and hip hop and music itself. Thank you, Al, for allowing us to be able to provide the platform. Everybody call in, and people in the chat. Kanye better than Jay-Z at rapping always, and always is. All right. And there was a guy called Drake. I remember when I was in college about 11 years ago. And I told the professor, there's a guy named Drake, and he has a song that says, "You're the freaking best." And I said, that guy's gonna be the next biggest thing. She says, never. He's like Cameron. He wears pink. He's not going nowhere. Look, he's one of the most biggest selling.
Drake's situation was all timing. You know what I'm saying? Because if Drake had came out 20 plus years ago, he wouldn't have got that kind of traction. it was the timing. The music's dope, but you know what I'm saying. The timing had came, whereas the harmonizing and the singing on the records that played for so many years in various forms, that him coming out doing that style and actually making that a signature, it was only, you know what I'm saying.
Let me say this to y'all about Drake, and I don't think a lot of people realize this. Drake was groomed from day one.
Mm-hmm.
He is the nephew of Larry Graham, who is the bass player from Sly and the Family Stone, which is one of the biggest groups ever.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? So his upbringing already had him destined to be great.
Exactly. He just had the light just shine on him since day one, and he just played his position.
Mm-hmm.
And just learn a lesson from that, ladies and gentlemen. Opportunity is there. Don't miss it. Be thankful for what you have, and I'm blessed to be here with DAVON and Big Al each and every week. Thank you, Al, for allowing us to be able to speak to the world and provide information and receive blessings back. It's an honor and a pleasure. DAVON, I love you, my brother. Day one, you already know. And to each and everybody else out there, stay blessed. Love each other. When you look to the left of the table, you look to the right, and you look across. Always appreciate those seconds to those minutes to those hours, because that may be the last time you spend with that person. If I learned something more today than I did yesterday, it wasn't a day wasted of life.
Yo, happy Thanksgiving to all my family, friends scattered all over the place, all, you know, in all various parts of the planet. I love y'all. May y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving with you and your fams and your loved ones. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, happy Thanksgiving to the staff and crew over there at the Bronx VA. Love y'all. Thank you. I'm very thankful for everything that y'all do. Of course, happy Thanksgiving to my lady. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you know, we will talk offline. I don't really have to do all that. But yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, Al. Happy Thanksgiving to both of you. You know what I'm saying? You and your families. Y'all enjoy the festivities of the evening. And you know, for everybody else, live love life, take care of each other. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm going.
And stay tuned for Hood to Hood Radio with my brother from another Fox Street's own Fox family, Joey B's. Do it big every time at Salsa Con Fuego and bringing out the big names out. Shout out to you as well, Joey. I'm proud of you, man. I remember way back in the day when we all started the radio shit. I love you. And keep doing it big and keep being an inspiration for many people to follow. All right, Big Al. Thank you, my brother. God bless you and continue to give blessings on to the world as you do.
I'm lost right now. Hold on.